All right, good afternoon. This is my persuasive speech for Communications 100. So let's get started. So today I will be talking about one of the most intense and electrifying debates in the history of sports. Throughout sports, we all have tended to pick who we consider to be the greatest of all time. People will say it's Wayne Gretzky for hockey. People will say that it's Mike Tyson for boxing. But the closest debate in the history of sports has always been for basketball. And in this case, it's between Michael Jordan and LeBron James. And so today, I will be giving you my persuasion as to why Michael Jordan is not only better than LeBron James, but is the greatest basketball player of all time. Michael Jordan, by virtue of his perfect record in the finals, his unparalleled dominance in the highest stakes moments, and his transformative impact on the global culture of the sport, is undeniably the greatest basketball player of all time. And so we will explore three crucial advantages that Jordan holds over every other player: his postseason perfection and dominance, his superior two-way individual awards, and his unquantifiable metric of legendary competitive intensity. So let's get started. So the argument must be built on success when the stakes are at the highest. Jordan's record in the NBA Finals is not only great, it's perfect. Jordan has never forced a Game 7 in any of the NBA Finals he has played, and he has also never lost. This also comes along with the stacked competition of playing one of the greatest point guards of all time in Magic Johnson, two-time NBA champion Clyde Drexler, NBA MVP Karl Malone, highest recorded steals and assists by the one and only John Stockton, MVP Charles Barkley. And considering that, all of that, he has beaten each and every single one of these guys, and they have never been able to force Jordan to go to a win-or-go-home situation when it mattered the most. And to further demonstrate that as well, LeBron James, while has reached an impressive 10 NBA Finals in his career, he has only won 4 of them. And furthermore, Jordan was also named the Finals MVP in all 6 of his championship victories. Demonstrates that he was unequivocally the best player on court every time he played for the title. And the other big thing that most people need to understand is that Jordan has one of the highest points per game in terms of in just the NBA Finals series. And for the entire time that he has played in the playoffs for almost every single season of his career, in every single game, he never scored less than 15 points. This is even coming into the fact that he never did that in his rookie season when he lost to Sidney Moncrief. He never did that when he came off of tearing his ACL and playing against the '86 Boston Celtics, who would eventually go on to win. Never did that when he got his ass kicked by the bad boy Pistons. And he also never did that when he returned back in '95. So it's absolute perfect execution in the championships rounds, and Jordan simply did not allow his teams to lose once the ultimate trophy was within reach. So second, let's talk about the individual awards. To be the greatest, a player must dominate without a doubt on both ends of the court, offensively and defensively. And Jordan's individual accolades proves that he was more than a complete two-way player. Jordan is only one of 3 NBA players to win both Defensive Player of the Year and the Most Valuable Player award. LeBron, however, has never won a Defensive Player of the Year, and it proves that Jordan was both the league's top player on both offense and defense at the highest level. So much so that at one point, Michael Jordan is the only player to have 200 steals and 100 blocks in 2 seasons. He's also the only guard to do it. And in addition to this, Jordan was also widely considered to be one of the greatest scorers, as he has 10 scoring titles compared to LeBron's 1. And this statistic proves that Michael Jordan is still, again, one of the most efficient players on offense, while also at the same time still holding on defense. And to further it more, Michael Jordan was such a two-way player that at one point he was switched to point guard. And in 12 games, he recorded 11 triple-doubles. And the only reason why he decided not to stay at point guard is because he said, and I quote, "I feel more comfortable at shooting guard." So let's get into the next point. So now most people would argue, well, LeBron James has the record for the most NBA points of all time in a career. He also was considered to be a better rebounder and a better assister. And while I do agree that that is true, there is, however, a case brought up. If Michael Jordan had played the exact same longevity as LeBron James and kept the same pace of scoring that he did, Michael Jordan would still be ahead of LeBron James by 1,000 points. So this would be my counter-argument. So the last reason that I want to give to further solidify this is the unquantifiable metric of legendary competitive intensity that Michael Jordan had. As detailed in Roland Lansby's biography, Michael Jordan, The Life, Jordan's relentless drive was not just about being the best, it was about forcing his will upon the game in the most crucial seconds. This definitive proof of this mentality lies in his ability to stop any losing skid before it began. From November of 1990 until his second retirement of 1998, which was a span of 626 games, that's 500 regular season games and 126 playoff games, Michael Jordan never lost 3 consecutive games. And to further clarify this, this is not from his team, this is just him. Someone had recently given the odds of this for this feat by one single player or team to achieve this again, and the odds of it are, I kid you not, 1 in 1 quadrillion. The longest streak as of right now in the NBA is barely under 100 games. So it just goes to further prove that Michael Jordan was not only a different kind of person, he was a different kind of athlete. Furthermore, Jordan's impact also transcended the game. His image and brand, studied by academics like Dr. Kenneth L. Shropshire, sorry if I butchered that, in his work on sports and society, transformed the NBA from a national league into a global cultural and commercial powerhouse, with one of the biggest examples be during the Dream Team in the 92 Olympics, and said, quote, "There's a guy still taking pictures of watching Michael Jordan play and dunk." And the 6 championships won by Jordan were all part of 2 iconic three-peats and the feat of sustained dominance within a single franchise that defines a dynasty, including in 1996 having a then record of 72 wins and becoming the first NBA team ever until Golden State broke that record to have an NBA team with 70-plus wins. So let's conclude this. In conclusion, we have seen the argument for Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time on 3 undeniable comparative advantages. First, his perfect 6-0 record with 6 Finals MVPs demonstrates a peerless performance in his championship moment. Second, his status as the only player with MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, and 10 scoring titles to prove that he was a superior force. And finally, his unparalleled competitive intensity, evidenced by never losing 3 games in a row for 626 straight games, or to be more specific, a little over 4,500 days, which gives him the unquantifiable edge. So I urge you this. I urge you to not just look at the total number of points or assists, but to look at the quality of wins and the completeness of the player. Michael Jordan's career is the standard of competitive excellence against which all others, including the great LeBron James, must be measured. He is a legend. He is without a doubt an icon, and he is, in my opinion, the undisputed greatest basketball player of all time. I encourage you to revisit the films of the 6 Bulls championships and see for yourself the kind of focus, relentless perfection that truly defines the greatest basketball player in history. And to pause the speech, go watch Last Dance. It's fun. All right. Thank you. This was wonderful. And go Bulls.